Ladies and gentlemen, from Detroit, here is Mr. Robert Downey.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the Magic Palace. Whenever people ask me how I became interested in magic, it brings back fond boyhood memories of the first time I ever saw a magician. He was performing in a carnival sideshow. His name was the amazing, the astonishing Claude Fraud. He looked down at me and he said, "Young man, name any number at all that comes into your mind between 3 and 5. I, being a bright boy for my age, immediately said 4. I also started to suspect how he got his second name. He said, 4 is a very good number. I should do a card trick with 4 cards. I could see that the cards were designed for nearsighted people. He had 3 red ones and 1 black one, which he counted out in front of me, like so. 1, 2, 3, 4. He took 1 card and he placed it in a sash. He said, "Young man, the trick is very simple. All you have to do is watch the black card. Try to find it after I mix it with the 2 red cards." Then he turned the cards over and he deftly mixed them, like so. Then he said, "Young man, if you can find the black card, you will win absolutely free a rare hairless Mexican dog that has to shave every day." I was quite sure I knew where the card was, the black card. I pointed to the center one. He said, "Wrong, young man. The center card is a red card. You see, and had you been watching close, you would have realized all along that actually I was using 3 red cards. 1, 2, 3. And the card that you were supposed to keep your eye on, the black one, was over here." I said, "Would you do that one more time?" He said, "Yes, I'd be glad to." He placed 1 card in a sash. He said, "And this time I shall do it with the cards face up to make it easier for you to follow. Watch the black card," he said. Then he proceeded to mix the cards, putting the black card underneath and a red card underneath that. He turned the cards over and he said, "Now, young man, try to guess where the black card is. And if you guess right, you'll win that hairless Mexican dog that shaves every day." Once again, I was sure I knew where the black card was, and I pointed to the center one. He said, "Wrong, young man. Center one is a red card. And had you been watching close, you would have realized that all 3 of the cards were red cards. 1, 2, 3. And the card that you were supposed to keep your eye on, the black one, is over here." I said, "Would you do that one more time for me?" He said, "Yes, I'll do it one more time." Place 1 card in the sash. Then he said, "It's really quite easy, but you must watch close." He said, "Watch the black card." He said, "We'll start with the black card in the center, like so." Then he started to mix the cards up. He said, "Young man, on this very last try, if you happen to guess where the black card is, don't forget, you'll be buying that darn dog Blades for the rest of your life." I was sure the black card was in the center, but I realized he had already fooled me twice, so I said, "I think the black card is under your sash." He said, "Wrong, young man. Under my sash is a red card. And had you been watching close, you would have realized that actually all along I've been using 3 black cards. 1, 2, 3. And the moral, thank you. And the moral of that particular number is, never bet a man at his own game, especially with a name like Claude Fraud. Now for my next trick, I would like to borrow a cigarette. Would some gentleman just throw up, or I should say toss up a cigarette? A little humor there. Actually, I'm really not deaf, but I always get a few extra cigarettes this way. So far, you've seen the simple tricks. Now we move along to the more difficult tricks. May I borrow a $100 bill, please? Well, back to the simple tricks. May I borrow a $1 bill? A $1 bill, anyone? Gentleman right over here, do you have a $1 bill?
There you are.
Thank you very much. Whoops. Would you hand that to me, young man? Thank you, sir. Keep your eye on your bill at all times. Do not let the $1 bill leave your sight for 1 second. This is the bill that you gave me, right?
Right.
Thank you very much. I can use it. But to show you that my heart's in the right place, I'm going to split the bill with you 50-50. This is your 50. This is my 50. I'd like you to hold this as a claim check for later identification. Would you just hang on? You can sit there. That's fine. Thank you very much. Now I'm going to perform what is called a magician's optical illusion. I'm apparently going to tear the bill into 2 pieces. Watch. If you listen real close, you can actually almost hear tearing sounds. Of course, that is simply magician's fake tearing noise. Now, doesn't that look like I've actually torn the bill in 2? Strictly an optical illusion. Now, to further enhance the illusion, I shall roll the bill up and cremate it. And to do that, I shall place it inside the envelope. However, don't worry, sir. The envelope has been treated with magician's Rex tenebris cum magnus powder, which, when lit, simply produces magician's fake fire. Watch. Ah, yes. Tell me, have you ever done this trick before with a magician? Good or even. It's the first time I ever did it myself. As I look at the flames burning, it reminds me of an article I'd read in this morning's paper. They rushed Betty Crocker to the hospital. She burned her buns. And now, believe it or not, I'm going to reach into the charred ashes and produce your bill completely restored, except for 1 corner. The count of 3. 1, 2, 3. Isn't that a bummer? Completely gutted. Well, I tell you, could I borrow a $10 bill? I'll tell you what, sir. What I'm going to do is give you the ashes of your bill. What I'd like you to do is take the ashes of your bill to your bank manager, and he'll tell you what to do with them. No, maybe that wouldn't be too good either. Instead, perhaps if I did a quick cigarette trick, you'd be a good sport and forget all about your bill. Quick cigarette trick. Forget all about your bill? Didn't forget about your bill. Well, maybe if I did a lit cigarette trick. Gee, what a strange brand. Marja-weenie. Not only is it a strange brand, but it tastes like paper. As a matter of fact, it is paper. And the paper has the denomination. And the denomination is a $1 bill. Hold it! Hold it for the moment of truth. Would you take the bill, sir, and please match the corner with the bill, proving that that is the bill that you just loaned me. Right?
That looks okay.
That's good. It is. Thank you very much for being such a good sport. Thank you very much, folks. It's been a joy working for you. Take care, good night, and God bless. Cheers.